Welcome to the Atlanta Motor Speedway, where we are here to broadcast to you the United Sim Racing Championship and the Truck Series presented by Outlaw Motorsports. It is the Fred J. Moyer 250 here at Atlanta. Chris Scala in the booth with you. Hopefully having a great Monday evening. This race ran on Thursday of last week. Unfortunately, it happened during a time where iRacing decided to crash because they had a limited truck number tonight, unfortunately. In this race, let's take a look at your starting lineup. Tyler Ducharme, Justin Gable going to be on the front row. Derek Bordeaux, Jordan Malish. What a good starting spot. Wilms going to start in fifth. Kevin Spalding there on the outside. 23 truck, Wee Wee. Jonathan Shipman going to start there on the inside of Jason Garrett. Bobby Cheney, Pop's going to start there. Marcus Richardson, the 29 truck. That is Rudy Cummings in the 29. And then, of course, Carl Graves, Kevin O'Brien going to be your starting lineup. Not many trucks in this race. Again, unfortunately, this race happened at the time where iRacing decided to crash, so not many people got into this room, unfortunately, before this race were to start. So, had about a 15-minute practice session, so abbreviated practice. And now we're about ready. Going to go 162 laps, which is 250 miles around the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Should be a lot of fun here, so turn up your radio or volume or whatever you're listening on, and let's go racing here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway Truck Series presented by Outlaw Motorsports. We are green. Oh, look out for Wilms. Wilms forgot to turn, and he is sliding. He's got the inside wall a little bit. That's not good. He kept it off of Malish, which is good news, but almost put it in a wall. Or he did put it in a wall, I should say, the inside part. Lap 1 going to be led by Tyler Ducharme, Derek Bordeaux, Justin Gable, and Jordan Malish, your top four. These trucks is a very, very tight setup under the Michigan setup they're actually running here, which is a very type of raceable setup. And actually allows multiple group racing here. Battle on for the fourth position. Jason Garrett underneath Jordan Malish. Kevin Spalding there to 20, looking also to make a move. Oh, Jordan getting the wall a little bit, gets loose. Garrett going to work his way by. Here comes Spalding to the inside. Did a little damage on that 94 already. A lot of people having battles with that wall. Here comes Bobby Cheney into the picture. Marcus Richardson, Pops coming in. Good racing right here. For Jordan, that truck's just going to get tighter now. Garrett going to take that position away. I mentioned that multi-groove racing. You see it right here, side by side. Oh, Spalding almost up into Malish. It's going to allow Bobby to go by. Malish is in the wall. They're 3 wide. Malish gets out of the gas. That was kind of dangerous. And Marcus and Bobby making their moves. Meanwhile, up in the front, we got a new leader. Derek Bordeaux has worked his way past Tyler Ducharme. Gable to second. The first lead change. Lap number 5. There's Garrett, and here comes Bobby Cheney inside of Spalding. Pop's coming into the picture in that 15 truck. Move Marcus up to 5th. Bobby going to take the 6th spot away. Marcus peeking underneath Garrett, not able to make the move. But he's going to try this time by. This race number 13 of 30 that will be happening here throughout the season here at United Sim Racing Championship. Garrett holding Marcus down to the bottom, going to force him to make that pass. Tomorrow night going to be the next truck race. We moved the schedule, of course. These guys going to Tuesdays. D-Car going to Thursdays. Trucks will be at Lucas Oil Raceway tomorrow night. We'll have it for you live here on For Races Only TV. Marcus up to the 4th position. Bobby Janey following him through. Ducharme going to make a move for 2nd. And going to make the pass. Move the 69 up a spot. That's Carl Graves on pit road, unscheduled pit stop. I was wondering who's revving her engine up. Everybody back here to battle. Pops. There's Rudy Cummings in the 29 to 23. A Wee Wee. Jonathan Shipman there. Wee Wee's his nickname. That's what we know him as in team speak. Oh, Pops almost getting a one. He almost got, whoa, that was close. Pops running to get out of the gas a little bit. Up in the wall he goes. Oh, almost gets Jordan Malish. They both check up.
User entered your channel.
Hi, Chris.
Channel switched.
Meanwhile, Ducharme interrupting my broadcast. What else is new? So Bordeaux leading, Ducharme 2nd, Gable in 3rd. Richardson 4th. Garrett, Cheney, and Spalding, your top 6. And Ducharme has moved his way to the front, so the pass for the lead there. As Ducharme has gone back past Bordeaux, so the momentum carries the 69 to the front. Hey, look at the truck on the move back here. That Blue Deuce, the point leader. Lap number 14 in the books. 250-mile race, so one of the longer races you'll have here for Races Only TV and United Sim Racing Championship. Been a lot of green flag racing in these mile-and-a-half races. You go back to Charlotte, I think we only had 2 cautions. Texas, only 1. Cheney looking underneath Garrett, and it's for 5th. Can you see how that bottom is just tough to pass? And Cheney finally going to make the pass on Garrett for the 5th position. Meanwhile, that top 3 looking to become the top 4. It's all behind your pole sitter, Tyler Ducharme, who continues to lead here in Atlanta. Bordeaux just pushing him there. Of course, next year's, the Camper World Truck Series coming back to this speedway, actually. They haven't raced here in a couple of years. And they will be back here in March to run, I think it's the second race of the schedule next year. Well, unfortunately, we had a deal happen in this race where iRacing crashed. And so by the time they had time to get everybody in here, only these guys were able to get back in here. So, lighter field tonight. It happens. Nothing we can do about it. Of course, as you know, this race ran last Thursday night. Battle back here, Garrett and Spalding. Officer Spalding there, not able to make the pass. Garrett going to hold on to the 6th position. Marcus, the truck on the move. He has caught the 3 here, or almost caught him, I should say. He was back a little while. Now he's been able to slowly sniff that draft away. And now looking to make the moves for the lead. Of course, entering this race, Marcus a 40-point lead over David Shutt. Jordan Malish is 3rd. Richard Schwint 4th. Nick Caressel in 5th. Now after this race, once it is completed, we will put the first drop in the points in. Out of, well, a certain number I won't say. Here's Cheney, Garrett, Spalding. Let's check back here. There's Wee Jonathan Shipman in the 8th position. Rudy Cummings there in 9th. Jordan Malish got some damage to his right side. He's in 10th. Rudy got a little bit of right side damage also in that 29. And back here, a battle between Kevin O'Brien and Pops, 12th and 13th. And then James Williams still chugging along after not even making it to turn 1 and hitting the inside wall. He's just hoping for a caution. And then back here to the leaders. Going to be a very fun week here at For Races Only TV. Coming up here Thursday, the fall season of the JTT Series begins at Daytona International Speedway. Looking forward to seeing a pretty big field out for that race. Marcus makes the pass for 3rd. Meanwhile, Bordeaux putting pressure on Ducharme. I think he's more just trying to push him a little bit here. Not now. He's going to dive to the bottom. Marcus is going to try to put that outside line to work. It was working a little bit in practice. Not going to happen here. Marcus lets out of the gas, lets Bordeaux have it. New rhyme with Marcus. Oh, contact to Charmin to Bordeaux. Charmin to check up. Marcus gets in the back of Tyler. Got my screen. That didn't work. Now Bordeaux's going for the lead. Tyler had an issue, slides up the track. They make contact. You see the damage on both trucks. A little bit of damage to that too also. And Derek going to take the lead. Tyler going to cross it over. Some good hard racing. As Mark is going to dive into the bottom. About halfway into this fuel run, these tires definitely taking a beating with the tight setup, especially that right front. Mark is going to go to second. It's all about saving it. So Gable back there in the fourth position. Bobby Janey back here riding patiently in fifth. That 99, he's one of those, he won't put that truck in harm's way. 99% of the time, every once in a while, you don't have control of it. And you see that point leader, the blue deuce, heavy damage to the rear. That must have came from Gable, getting him in the rear after everybody checked up. Tyler's starting to fall back a little bit. Gable's starting to fall back. Field's starting to spread out a little bit. This is one of the things we talked about with this setup, was the fact that this field will actually spread out. And that is kind of what you're seeing here on this long run. As you see, Mark is finally going to make that move. Not quite able to do it yet. Looking at the schedule for the upcoming races, as you see, Mark is time back to the bottom. See if we can get him here off of 4. Now Bordeaux leads that lap. Coming up Tuesday night again, Lucas Oil Raceway. We'll have that for you coming up here tomorrow night, 7:45 for the green flag there for 200 laps. And then following week, November 13th, we will be at the Pocono Raceway for the Pocono 150. That'll be race number, do the math here. That'll be race number 3 of the Darren Moyer 6-pack challenge. Of course, as you know, Charlotte was race number 2, so the top 5 finishers for Charlotte will have a chance of $20 coming up on November 13th at the Pocono Raceway. And then following that will be at the Michigan Speedway. So 3 fun races left before we get to the holiday weekend of Thanksgiving. Of course, we do have the Gateway race. We will put that in schedule somewhere. Haven't decided totally where. And we will, of course, that'll be the 30th race added back to the schedule later on in the season. As you see, James Williams is heavily damaged. He's got right side damage now. He had left side damage from going into the wall before he got to turn 1. His Pops makes an unscheduled pit stop. Jason Garrett, Jonathan Shipman going to battle here. Wee Wee on the outside, Garrett on the inside. Yes, that is his nickname. Shipman I speak of. Jonathan's been working that high lane. No, that's not going to work for him. He's going to come to pit road. And Gable going to battle with Ducharme for third. As Williams goes a lap down. And Ducharme loses third to Justin Gable. For now. Good battle right here. This is what it's all about. Side-by-side racing in Atlanta. Oh, Ducharme and Gable. Contact after Gable goes to the wall. That was not pretty. As Williams is off the pace now. As Marcus going to make the move underneath Bordeaux, as Bordeaux got tight off the corner, going to take the lead. Lead change, lap number 40. A lot of great racing coming up this week here on For Racers Only TV. We hope that we'll see you out here with us as we'll talk about what's coming up as we got some new things on the way. Again, tomorrow night we'll have the Lucas Oil Raceway Truck Series. Of course, the United Sim Racing Championship Truck Series and by Outlaw Motorsports Race 14 tomorrow night at Lucas Oil Raceway. Wednesday, nothing. Won't have anything. I actually have an event Wednesday night that is keeping me from actually racing Tuesday night because I want to be able to put the truck race on. Thursday, not one, but two races you will see coming up. Thursday, of course, the JTT Series will be at the Daytona International Speedway. We'll have that for you at 7:45, and immediately following that race, I'll jump in the car again. I'll be in two races, actually, and going to make my debut as Jordan Malish is on pit road now, as these two battle it out still. That's not where I was going. This is not where I was going either. That's where I was going. Going to make my debut in Upper Edge Racing. It's a new series that I was trying out for just a few weeks ago. Going to debut in that series 9 o'clock Thursday evening as we'll be at Daytona for that race. So we'll be on board both cars. And then Friday night we'll broadcast the the B-car race for you from Thursday night. So I will not be, when I run races that I'm going to broadcast this season. Since I'm going to be racing a lot with the series, with SRA and with USRC, I will not be streaming when I'm racing the races that I'm broadcasting because I don't want to kind of spoil anything for anybody. So I'm going to just stay out and then race the race and then come back as Jordan Malish having issues getting off the apron. And then we'll come back and broadcast the race for you afterwards. So a lot of things coming up. As Marcus and Bordeaux still battling it out. Tyler and Gable still playing tag with each other. Now Bobby Cheney has joined the party. Bobby, of course, as I mentioned, just been riding at 99. We're going to have green flag pit stops coming up here very shortly as these tires are probably done, literally. So the question I asked the viewers watching us here this evening, of course, as you know, this past weekend I picked Jeff Gordon to win the race at Texas. Does it come down to my fault that everything happened last night? If so, damn it, I take a lot of credit for it because was that not awesome last night? Other than what happened to Jeff Gordon, that sucked. Maybe I need to pick Jeff Gordon a lot more often. Cause more drama. Oh, I think Marcus kissed the wall a bit there. Him and Bordeaux might have got it. I don't see much damage. Can't tell from here on that right side. Sounds like Jeff Gordon's going to be my pick at Phoenix. There's Bobby Cheney. Spalding doing a good job in that 20. He's got some damage. I think everybody's been in the wall at one point. .47, make that 48 laps out of 162 complete already here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. To Fred J. Moyer, 250. Darren Moyer, appreciate him sponsoring this race. As I mentioned, the good news actually last night when we were or Saturday night when I was broadcasting the Iowa race, all the races pretty much covered from here on out throughout the rest of the B-Car season for the fall and then the rest of the Truck Series. So definitely some great news there. Now, of course, our friends over at Sim Racing Authority, if you're watching and you want to sponsor their races, you can have Bobby Cheney, who's the Brood, on here. And, of course, David Shutt also. So they're going to make their debut in their IndyCar series, which I'm jealous I'm going to miss. But for good reason. I'm sorry that I have to miss the first race. But actually, I'll go ahead and put it out there. My radio station that I run is actually nominated for Station of the Year in the state of Indiana. So I have to go to Indianapolis actually Saturday night. And I actually have to dress up, which sucks. But, hey, it's all good. Oh, we all know it's Cheney's favorite station, so it's all good. Look at this. That three-truck battle back here for third continues on. Ducharme, Gable, and the one truck that's probably not damaged still. Mr. Cheney in a 99. Let's ride with Bobby here. You know, Bobby, you could always push the race back to like 11 in the evening or something. Shutt's not here, Mimi. Not in this race. As I mentioned, for those who, as Rudy Cummings off the pace, making his debut in the United Sim Racing Championship. I believe it was his first career race. You can hang out. We got cool people in the room. Yeah. But I was going to say that we had a little issue before this race Thursday night. The server had a little crash, so it left people about 15 minutes to get in here. And oh, did Bobby get a wall? So it left, unfortunately, a limited member, but hopefully tomorrow night at Lucasville Raceway we'll have back to our decent number crowd. And again, after this race, we'll institute that first drop. Everybody's been asking me, Chris, how many drops? The answer? I don't know. Could be 5, could be 2, could be 3, might be just 1. Who knows? Oh! Ducharme getting loose. Gable looking inside. Bobby going outside. Up, crossover. Bobby going to make the pass. Looking, oh, gonna clear him. We know Thursday's the B-car, David. So that's, oh, Ducharme almost got the wall. Bobby had to turn it down to Atlanta, literally, to pass him. And now Gable's going to try the outside. And here come the pit stops. Marcus to pit road. Bordeaux's in. And Cheney's going to get a bonus point. Ducharme's going to come flying in there. Now takes the cone with him. Marcus slides it into his pit stall. We'll see what happens here. Should be 4 tires and fuel for the both of them. Ducharme, pole sitter on pit road, lap number 55. So I'm assuming with the slower speeds of these trucks were... Oh, Ducharme almost killed a crew member. But I'm assuming with the slowing down of the trucks, that allowed him to get more fuel mileage out of this truck. And you see Marcus going to get the race off pit road. Cheney takes the cone back there with him. Him and Garrett going to come to pit road. Normally these trucks going about 50 to 55. These trucks going 56, 57 laps. Very impressive. Kevin O'Brien pulls out of his pit stall. Basically for multiple reasons. The main reason is because Thursday nights with the with football being on Thursday nights now, and of course obviously once the iRacing series comes back, basically that allow people to go run that series and don't have to worry about missing a truck race. They can still go back and run that. That's the main reason why. You know, because a lot of us are missing, like, college and NFL games on Thursday nights and stuff, so we can get the race in early and then be done with it. So that's kind of why I made the switch. Oh, Jordan Malish, you know what? He's going to lose it, maybe. Yeah, he's spinning. This is going to break the caution out. I believe it will. Caution is out for the first time. No, maybe not. No, they're still digging over here. Oh, yeah, it is out. Okay. Maybe he's learning from me. No. The caution out for the first time. Jordan Malish going for a spin. Let's see what happens. Good long green flag run there. Gordon scrapes the wall. Oh boy. And spins to the inside, keeps it off everyone. Ducharme tries to drill him for some reason. But caution comes out. A nice long 59, 60 lap green flag run here. And caution out for the first time. Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, that was the main reason. Nothing in particular. I mean, I don't think it makes a difference when we run a race. I'm just trying to make it easier for other people to run things. So, I know a lot of people like running the iRacing NIS series and stuff. And when I got a long-distance race on a Thursday night, it kind of takes people from running that. So I don't want to do that. So we'll just now run the B cars on Thursdays and trucks on Tuesdays. So the leaders all on the lead lap on pit road here. See if some of them get their damage fixed. Probably a good idea with only 6 cars or 5 cars on the lead lap. Marcus gets his tires and pulls away. Wow, that's a close race off pit road. Keeney leaving his pits. Now, while we're under caution, I will share this. One thing we are working on doing is we're working on a set of rules that you will see on the website, and it will be sent to all the drivers that are going to be put out. Now, when I say rules, I don't mean it's going to be like a book. I mean, it's literally going to be like 5 to 10 rules, literally, when it comes to racing. And the main reason is because we're trying to organize ourselves a little bit more than we are, and we don't have any of these on-the-fly issues that we had, say, at Dover. Or anything like tonight, for instance, here in this truck race where they started with like 20 minutes ago in practice. And we'll hopefully have that set of rules done by tomorrow night's race. And they're going to be simple rules, nothing complicated, obviously. So Justin Gable in the 7th position, going to get the wave around. Kevin O'Brien going to get waved around. Rudy's multiple laps down. So is Williams, I believe. Garrett is also. And Derek Bordeaux going to be your leader. As we will fast forward ahead to the green flag, which is going to come out at lap 63. Hey, look what I got, boys. Let's go wide open. Good hard racing back here. Saw some issues back there. It looked like Rudy Cummings and Jason Garrett having 2 separate issues. Meanwhile, the battle on for the lead. Bordeaux inside, Marcus outside, and Ducharme and Bobby Janey are playing Jamie McMurray and Dale Jr. back here. Now you see Garrett and Rudy having their issues. Pop quiz for the crowd. Just for, not quiz, but I should ask. Trivia, or not trivia, but a poll. Does everybody enjoy that crank it up stuff when I do that? The going wide open with those cameras and the speakers loud? I mean, come on, you can't go any better. And I even crank my own speakers up. That's like the good sound of stock cars, boys. Bordeaux and Marcus still battling here like it's the last lap, but we actually have a little over 90 laps to go. Look at Jonathan Shipman into the picture. The 23. Is he on the lead lap? My God, he is back on the lead lap. And he is looking on the outside of Cheney. Oh! 3 wide, Ducharme. Oh, contact. Ducharme, you got to turn there. It's going to allow Marcus to go to second. Bordeaux goes to the lead. And Shipman to the outside for third. What the hell does that mean? I don't get that. Oh, Shipman's in the wall. Ducharme, look out. Good racing right here as Marcus going to dive to the bottom for the lead now. Oh, and he almost got up in the Bordeaux. Look out. And to get out of the gas. Here comes Shipman to the outside. He has passed 4 cars on the outside now. Me breathing. That's not good. So you can't. Can you, anybody else hear the cars, or should I turn that up? I'm just always worried that the sound's going to drown me out. As Marcus and Jonathan battle for second. Cheney and Ducharme now got a battle for fourth. Three wide. I think we all breathe, don't we? See if that makes any difference. I turned up the trucks a little bit. So Derek Bordeaux leading Marcus Ritt. Wow, that was a bump. Anybody see that with Shipman? Back that up and see that again. Watch this. Watch the 23 here in the tri-oval. Right here. Whee! You see Jason Garrett struggling. Looks like on his own here in the front straightaway. Battle back here for the 5th position. That is Kevin Spaulding on the inside in the 20. I turned the trucks up, if anything. As, Shipman's off the pace. I think he's just letting everybody go by. Must have got loose or something. And you see Garrett on pit road. Lap 77 out of 162. 85 laps to go here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, just about to halfway. Actually, let's turn my mic down a little bit, too. I'm glad when you guys tell me this stuff, because I know it's like, how else am I going to know other than listening to my own broadcasts and stuff? Sometimes I don't catch it. The Cheney, Gable. And Spaulding there's Marcus going to dive to the bottom and take the lead as Bordeaux misses the corner and hits the wall. Everybody beating down the outside wall with this setup. Or almost everybody. And the 2 truck to the front. Cheney back up to the 4th position as he's gotten around Gable. And Ducharme going to work the outside. The battle for the 2nd position. Not able to make the move. There's Cheney, Gable, Spalding, and Shipman back here, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Malice still on the track. Rudy Cummings still running. Wilm still out here. O'Brien's still out here. So a lot of trucks still running. Pops is taking it behind the wall. Unfortunately, Pops was a little under the weather that night. He's been working a lot of hours. As Ducharme going to go to the inside for second. And takes the spot away. So your point leader Marcus Richardson leads as we have passed halfway officially, and only one caution in this race. So we continue the trends of 1.5 mile tracks and long green flag runs. I think back to Texas again, we only had the one caution on lap 1. Charlotte, we had 2 cautions. And here at Atlanta, only the one caution so far. An interesting language you're speaking there. And back here, look at Shipman going to work the outside on Spalding, and he is in the wall. That's not going to make him happy. And Gable there in that 10. The gyro camera here. Oh, we got trouble. Ducharme. And caution is out. Second caution out. And it looks like Tyler gets booted. Wardo goes into 3, gets in the back of the 69. He slides it sideways. Little 4-wheel sliding to save. And caution number 2 on the speedway. Nice save by the 69. So it is caution number 2, lap number 86 at a 162. Just past halfway. Talladega's later in the season. No, Kyle Busch knows how to go to the apron and pass people. And here we go. Leader's going to come to pit road. More tires and fuel for everybody. As everybody will still have to make one more pit stop about 1:30 or so if we get a long green run. Race off pit road, won by Marcus. Charm going to be second. Cheney, Gable, Spalding, your top 5. Talladega on the schedule is February 12th. There you go. That was a long ways away. Actually, I got to update the schedule a little bit. The first 19 races are there, and we're getting down to that, so I got to put the rest of the schedule up there. So, but the B card schedule's there if you want to check that out. USRConline.com. Hey, no getting snappy, especially at shut. Lap cars coming to pit road, and we will move ahead. So we'll go back racing at lap 89. Marcus Richardson going to be the leader. Tyler Ducharme in second. Bobby Cheney in third. Gable in fourth. And, of course, Kevin Spalding, your top five. Hey, let's go wide open one more time. Earplugs. You see Derek Bordeaux with some issues. He is back here. That's one thing I noticed off the pace. The 4 truck battling with Rudy Cummings here. So bad news for the 4s. He's trying to catch back up as Ducharme has fallen back to second. Richardson to the lead. Bobby Cheney in third. And we have now hit the 70 to go mark. And the Fred J. Moyer 250 here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway in the United Sim Racing Championship for Races Only TV. Well, I'm going to turn it up here. You tell me if I get drowned. I know I got a loud voice. I just want to make sure I'm not getting drowned out. As you see, Marcus Ducharme, Cheney, Justin Gable, Jonathan Shipman, they're your top 5. As Ducharme trying to make ways towards Marcus. Again, Marcus entering this race with a 40-point lead. We'll put the first official drop into the series tonight after this race is completed. The points are up. We just haven't put the drop in there yet. I did that on purpose so that we could do the broadcast and put the drop in. You see Ducharme, Cheney, everybody single file. Bordeaux's worked his way back up. Well, I appreciate everybody telling me, because that's not my goal, is to not get drowned out. So, I mean, I want to be able to put the best broadcast on for you guys. I mean, I know I got a breathing thing, but that's just me. As Wee-Wee's in the wall again. Beating the dickens out of it. Oh, and look out for Spalding. Officer Spalding on the loose. Into the wall. There's your top 5. Bordeaux doing a great job climbing his way back up after having those issues. Great racing on the way, as I mentioned. Tomorrow night, Lucas Oil Raceway. Thursday night, a doubleheader at Daytona. For the first race, I will not be on because I'm going to be running the Daytona race for United Sim Racing Championship. That race will be broadcasted Friday. As I mentioned earlier, when I'm running a race that I'm going to broadcast, I will not go live on the stream because I don't want to play spoiler or anything, so I want to run the broadcast later. But that evening at 9 o'clock, or as soon as that race is over, I will go live because I'll be running the Upper Edge Racing League for 100 laps in the B car. And then Saturday night, Sim Racing Authority going to run their DW12 Open Wheel of Death Series, their debut at Homestead, I believe it is. That race I would like to participate in, but again, I'm going to be out of town that night at award ceremony, so I can't do it. But I will do it the broadcast Sunday, and then I'll be running in their Truck Series race and the Gen 6 race on Monday. So a lot of racing coming up, and yes, I will broadcast all those races. Promise. Bobby Cheney starting to fall back into the clutches of Derek Bordeaux, who's continuing his climb. Everybody with damage except for Bobby, which surprises me that Derek and some of these guys are able to go as fast as they do with this damage. As Bordeaux looks at the bottom of the 99. Good side-by-side racing as Cheney battles back. He's going to lose third, it looks like. So Bordeaux will move up. Cheney back to fourth. And Gable trying to get in there in that fifth position. Try to keep your boy in control. Cheney looks to the outside on Bordeaux, trying to get that run. Not able to do so. Up here in the front, Marcus continuing to lead. Tyler Ducharme. Tyler, as you some of you pretty much know, was not around for a while. Made his return in this race, his first race back, looking to go to victory lane. For some bigger fields here in the next few weeks also should share. Had some drivers sign up recently. Looking forward to having them join us and be able to put some good racing on throughout most of the week. $105 laps in the book, so we're just getting close now to that fuel window where everybody will be able to make that one final pit stop to get to the finish. Who should I pick for the Phoenix race? I'm sitting there thinking in my mind, who do I want to pick? The ideal pick? Jeff Gordon. Why not? Kevin O'Brien in his 7th position doing a good job. Spalding back here in 8th. He's had some issues. Jordan Malish holding on to the 9th spot. And Wilms, is he's been chugging along in the 10th position. And your leaders continuing to fight as we... I know Superman's not here. Why? Well, because he's up here. Superman view. third, fourth, and fifth. I think Bobby's trying to push Derek up to these two. Hasn't been able to work yet. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to step away for a quick second, and I'm going to keep the broadcast obviously going. I'll be right back literally in 2 minutes. And back I am, just that quick. You see nothing has changed here. In the top three, I think that the top five hasn't changed. We are at 114. With just under 50 laps to go, we are now in that fuel window. If the caution were to come out, these guys would have no problem getting to the finish right now, though. Looking at pit stops probably the next 25 to 30 laps, which could make it very interesting here. Marcus Richardson, your leader. Tyler Ducharme in second. Derek Bordeaux third. Cheney in the fourth position. Justin Gable in fifth. Sixth spot, Jonathan Shipman making his debut at United Sim Racing Championship. Kevin Spalding there in his seventh position. Jordan Malice, she is in eighth. Kevin O'Brien there in ninth. And then James Williams, your top 10. Now the truck's left on the track. Williams has just been chugging along after his lap one. Didn't even make it a turn one incident. You see those top two battling it out. Tyler's just been kind of riding behind Marcus, looking to make that move. throttle. Bordeaux starting to kind of slide away from Cheney a little bit here, so I don't know if Cheney has worn the tires out or if he's backed off a little bit to save the tires. Knowing Cheney in the conservative ways he can be, obviously he's probably saving his tires. Obviously Bobby, a very smart racer. So Bordeaux pulling away from Cheney. Meanwhile, again, Ducharme just right there kind of playing possum, I would say, with Marcus. Waiting for Marcus to make that mistake if he's going to make one. And how often I can say Marcus makes a mistake. I'm going to say hello to our viewers watching this. Bob the Builder knows it. That might be the coolest name I've ever seen. Bob the Builder. Awesome. Let's see. Drive it home. Appreciate you watching. Obviously, David Shutt. Your buddy ran away, David, by the way. Some Kid in the World, a.k.a. Justin Gable. The Brood, Mr. Cheney there. T-Man Blast. Tyler Ducharme and Zep2G. Sounds like a rapper's name, but that's awesome. Appreciate you guys watching. Should be seeing those pit stops here. Probably the next 10, 15 laps. I just want to know, are you actually a fan of the show Bob the Builder, or it's like your name Bob and you're a builder and so you go with Bob the Builder? I'm just kind of curious of that. Oh, Cheney look up at the wall. Keeps it off. Bordeaux going to stretch it out just a little bit more. There you see the 4, there's Cheney, there's Gable, Shipman. He is down to 9th position, so Shipman has gone a lap down. He must have made an unscheduled pit stop. O'Brien, there's Spalding, has gotten by. And Jordan Malish, so O'Brien must be a lap down also. So the question out of these two, who will be that first one to pit road? If you look at our lap times, fastest laps. Early in the race, about 31s, 30.2s. Right now they're at 7s. 7s and 8s being run by the leader. So if whoever gets to pit road first, going to get a good 5, 6, 10th of a difference in time. Very cool. Well, everybody say hi to Bob. Who's that coming off pit road? That would be Jordan Malish, the 94. So he's making his final pit stop of the race. Bordeaux back here third, trying to catch Ducharme. lot of damage on that right side, as about everybody does. The only truck that's really not damaged, knock on wood, is this guy right here, and I don't know how he does it. I gotta learn how to race for them. Yeah, I mean, if he does it, he's hiding it. Justin Gable there in the 5th position, doing a great job. Go down truck, spin to the wall. Marcus coming up on a lap car. James Williams going to put him a lap down. Another lap down, I should say. Williams going to pull over and let him go. .30 laps to go for the Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Fred J. Moyer 250. United Sim Racing Championships Truck Series presented by Outlaw Motorsports, race number 13 of the season. If you haven't been around for the few races, it's been an interesting one. Of course, Marcus winning last week at Iowa, Derek Bordeaux at Watkins Glen. That race actually wasn't broadcasted in the end. Caressa winning at Kentucky and in Texas, of course, won by Marcus. That's your last 5 races. The 2 main winners on this season have been Marcus and David Shutt. Caressa with a couple wins, Bordeaux on the list, Chance Crum with a win. And then, of course, tonight we could see another winner. We'll have to see, but a lot of great racing coming up. As I mentioned, Lucas Oil Raceway tomorrow night. And then next Tuesday, the Pocono 150. That race, actually the 3rd race of the $20 Darren Moyer 6-pack challenge. The top 5 finishers from the Charlotte race earlier this year, who are, let's scroll up to that. Oh, Ducharme's going for a slide. Saves it. Top 5 from that race: Marcus Richardson, David Shutt, James Williams, Richard Schwint, Jordan Malish. As Ducharme's going to come to pit road, those 5 will have a chance to win $20 coming up at the Pocono Raceway in 2 weeks, as Ducharme's going to come to pit road. What a slide that was by the 69 off 2. Right side tires going on. And Tyler going to pull away. 4 tires and fuel. Let's see when Marcus comes to pit road now. Is he going to, as Gable's coming to pit road. Gable in the 5th position, doing a great job. And Gable with 4 tires and fuel, and he pulls away. You see Bordeaux, Williams on pit road. Williams obviously laps down, but Bordeaux in. Spalding on pit road in the 20. Marcus still yet to pit. We'll check out the lap times here as Spalding comes to pit road. Marcus last lap 30.9. Let's get up here to Ducharme. There's Bobby. Here's Tyler 30.4, so a half a second right there. So the longer Tyler stays out here, or keeps going and Marcus stays out, the more time Tyler's going to make up. Now, at the same time, when Marcus pits, which is right now, he might have fresher tires. So the Blue Deuce hits the pit road, the point leader in. More tires, fuel, he gone. And Marcus driving away. Bordeaux's going by. Not sure if that is for position or not. And here comes Ducharme. And it looks like Marcus is going to hold the lead. But right now, one truck is still yet to pit, and that is Derek Bordeaux in at 4. So everybody right now is a lap down as we have 22 to go. So Bordeaux yet to pit. Marcus beating Tyler off pit road, so that'll give Marcus the lead once the cycle of pit stops happens. Marcus coming up, put a lap on Jordan Malish and Jonathan Shipman. Jordan gonna let him go as he always does. Also, Derek took 2 tires. I must have missed that. As you know, one man, I can't catch everything. So Derek is on 2 tires. So a 2-tire strategy by Bordeaux. I was kind of wondering why he stayed out so long. And he did. Malice going up towards the walls. Ducharme continues on. So can Derek Bordeaux hold on for 18 more laps? Let's check speeds at the line here. Bordeaux 31.0 to a 30.4. Oh boy. I think it's only inevitable when Marcus will take the lead here. Trying to protect him. Marcus going to go to the outside. Oh, they're in the wall. Bordeaux and Marcus to the wall. Here comes Ducharme. Well, I can review that. We're lap 147. Let's back up to the pit stop. Let's go back and watch Ducharme or Bordeaux's pit stop real quick. And we'll know his answer, what he really did. Fuel only, maybe? So he did not take tires. And now because of that, Bordeaux and Marcus to the wall. Ducharme going for second. And now Ducharme go for lead contact. Bordeaux in the wall. Marcus, both of them trying to hold on. The opportunity, and Tyler Ducharme has taken the lead with 15 to go. Now, of course, as I mentioned, Ducharme took a long break, we'll call it, from the series. All right, look here. Ducharme's last start at United Sim Racing Championship was back in Martinsville in the Truck Series. And he finished third in that race. That's his only start so far as he looks for win number 1. Again, as you know, the Truck Series, a full distance, full season race series. Mixed up of the actual truck schedule plus some added races in there. This race actually added into the schedule to kind of beef it up a little bit. Next season, the trucks actually do return to Atlanta for 250 miles. So you see the racing right here. As you see, Marcus trying to get by Shipman back here. Shipman a lap truck. Yeah, that or Marcus is trying to push him up to Ducharme. One of the two is happening here. Now my guess is that, no, they're not battling for position. As Jonathan gets the wall. Coming to the stride, Tyler Ducharme will have 10 laps to go. In Atlanta. As Wilms gets in the wall, Marcus is going to put him another lap down. So Marcus going to try to make that move after the 69 now. Can he catch him's the million-dollar question here. And how about your new third-place truck here? Sneaking into the picture comes the 99. Go here in Atlanta. Again, we hope to see you tomorrow night. We will be live tomorrow night at Lucas Oil Raceway for the Truck Series. Presented by Outlaw Motorsports, as we'll be up to date and ready to put a show on the road. It's short track racing at Lucas Oil Raceway, multi-groups, multi-banked racing. Should be a lot of fun on that short track. 200 laps are on that thing, so we're going to go out. Battle for second is going to get interesting. Cheney is catching Marcus quick. As Cheney going to go to the inside. Probably was, and he hit that wall a ton. And here comes Cheney. And got it. Marcus going to let him go to second for now. Has 5 laps to go as they cross the stripe. Ducharme, if you remember back to season 1, won the JTT Super Late Model Series championship. Now looks like he's on his way to a Truck Series victory. Does have 2 wins in the Truck Series in his career. Make that 1 win, actually. He won at, ironically, Atlanta last season, so he's looking to be the only winner at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That race ran back in April, a 100-lap race. He started second, won the race, leading 46 out of 100 laps. And if he can lead the last 3 laps here, he'll lead 35 out of 162. Cheney and Marcus still battling it out for second. Marcus doing a good job for a truck that has his toe knocked out, as he is sticking right there with Bobby. It looks like the point leader going to fall up a little bit short, but should be able to extend his point lead as Ducharme comes off turn 4. White flag is out here at Atlanta. Final lap, the Fred J. Moyer 250. Ducharme making his return tonight in the Truck Series, looking to go to victory lane from the pole. As you heard me say just a minute ago, his only win in a Truck Series so far is at Atlanta. He's now 2 for 2 as Tyler Ducharme will score the victory at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Cheney going to get second, Richardson third. Looking for fourth, it's going to be Derek Bordeaux. Those tires really hurt him in the end as he falls way back here. And Gable going to get in the 5th spot. Let's take a look at your final standings. Ducharme, your winner. As I mentioned, Cheney, Marcus, Bordeaux, Gable, your top 5. Kevin O'Brien with a good 6th place run. He's across the line right there. Shipman going to get 7th. Spalding in 8th. Malish in 9th. James Williams going to finish in 10th. Rudy Cummings going to get 11th. Jason Garrett in 12th. Pop's going to finish 13th. And Carl Graves, your 14 finishers in this race. So a pretty solid race here. A lot of good competition. I know the setup was not the best thing in the world. Unfortunately, the situation, you had to put a modified setup in here, but still a fun race to watch. So with that said, I'm going to log off here for a little bit. And I am going to put the stream up because we do have a practice race I'm going to be running coming up here at 9 o'clock this evening. It's just going to be more practice than anything. So, look forward to going to do that. I'm going to go write my article right now for the journal that I write for. And with that said, next race tomorrow night, USRC Truck Series presented by Outlaw Motorsports, first Tuesday race at Lucas Oil Raceway. We'll see you then. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your Monday night, and I'll see you in a little while. Thanks, guys.